Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to my Game of Thrones Legends mobile game content. So today I want to continue on with the deep dive series, the Hero Deep Dive series. This is going to be installment number 4 in the Hero Deep Dive series, and today we're going to talk about this guy right here. We're going to talk about Ned Stark. He is a huge tank. He is arguably one of the best characters in the game. And as a new player, if you get a chance to get Ned and stick him in your party, you may figure out that he really just doesn't come out of your party ever, because he's just that good. I mean, Ned takes a ton of damage. He keeps a lot of other people alive. He has a big health pool, and he taunts, so he brings the attacks onto himself to keep those attacks from affecting your weaker party members that you want to keep alive, to do things like do damage and that kind of stuff, or do a status effect. If you've got people in your party that you want to keep alive, Ned is a good way to do that, because he will take the damage on himself and redirect it from them. And Ned is just all around good. I mean, that's just all there is to it. One of the really cool things about Ned is he is part of the blue summon. So when the blue summon comes around, you can pick Ned up for the cheaper summon token, the purple summon token. So that's really handy, because a lot of times some of your best characters all involve the green summon token. So when you get one that's really good like Ned, and you can get him for the purple summon token, that really helps out a lot, because that gives you a different token to save for, and not to have to use your greens for everything, you know, because a lot of times you'll get yourself in this place where your green tokens are being summoned for everything and you just don't have enough of those to go around, that's for sure, because it's where all the best characters live, is in the green token summons. But Ned is a character that is somebody that is really good in a lot of different ways. Like we talked about already, he's an excellent tank. He takes a lot of damage. He keeps a lot of people alive. He has a taunt ability that can basically tell everybody, hey, you got to attack me, and that's your only choice. He is the Protector class, and as a subclass in the Protector class, he is a Highborn. As you can see by my gear, I have all 5, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of Ned's gear, all subclassed and almost all maxed. I've got one more left that I'm working on, and I just now need to start working on it, and I'll have all of his gear maxed out. So that's a really awesome place to be with your Ned. You can see that he has a lot of hit points, a lot of defense. But one of the cool things about Ned as well is that Ned does a lot of damage. Ned has one of the highest single target DPS damage skills in the game. He can do some of the highest damage against one target more than anybody, pretty much. I think there's only just a couple of characters in the hero roster that can do more damage than Ned to a single target. So he's serious whenever you put the targeting ability on someone and you're trying to take someone out. Ned is a serious sniper. He can take people down. He is a blue summon, so that is a good spot for him to be. And he's also part of the Stark faction. Now, as being a Stark and being someone that works with the ice synergy, that makes Ned super important for a lot of people. Because a lot of people, whether they follow the advice they see on videos like this, or whether they just realize this from gameplay, they'll understand that the ice synergy and the ice teams is probably the best synergy to go with in this game. Because as a Stark, they reduce stamina as their faction bonus, and they also usually all do ice. Ice as well causes targets to lose less, or causes targets to gain less stamina, as as a, a benefit of that debuff. So if you can apply a lot of ice stacks on an enemy and have the Stark faction going on, you can cause that enemy to not ever be able to get their skill off because they just can't seem to get enough stamina to do it. So that's one of the things that makes Ned really potent. He is the cornerstone of most ice synergy builds. And one of the reasons why is obviously because he deals tremendous damage to people that are brittle. So when a brittle occurs, that's because a target has 5 ice debuffs on them. And it will cause the recipient to receive 200% increased damage. So basically when something is brittle, they take double damage to every attack that hits them. If an opponent is brittle, Ned's damage is doubled. He then taunts the enemy for 4 turns. That's a huge deal because Ned's damage, if you look at that skill right there, I've got mine up to level 5 because I have a 5-star Ned. He deals 309% attack physical damage to a single enemy. That's crazy. That's an insane amount of damage, and his speed is a normal, so it will charge up fairly decently fast. It is a physical damage, and it has a taunt applied to it as well. So whenever he does that, he says, no, you guys hit me. You don't look at those guys over there. You hit me because I'm the guy you want. And that basically directs the flow of the battle. So that's just super cool. His skills are really good. His leadership ability is not bad, but it just kind of depends on what kind of party you're putting together, whether you decide to use his leadership or not. When Ned is the team leader, all enemies begin combat with a 35% chance to be inflicted with 2 ice. Okay, so let me just say that if Ned is in your party and you have an ice synergy team, Ned's going to have to be your leader. He's going to have to be your leader because he will automatically throw ice on people with a 35% chance. And that's just all there is to it. You need those ice debuffs on your enemies to inflict brittle, and he's already got you almost there by at the start of the battle before you've even begun combat. So that's really super cool. Ned is immune to becoming brittle with his level 2 5-star skill on his leadership ability, and he gets 5% defense. His other skill, No One Needs to Die, I have mine, No One Needs to Die too. When an opponent becomes brittle, Ned grants all his allies 30% physical resistance for 5 turns and heals them for 5% of his current hit points. That's crazy, because if you partner him with an ice team, somebody's going to get brittle. And when somebody does become brittle, boom, there you go. 30% physical resistance, heals them for 5% of his current hit points, which he has a huge hit point pool, so that if he's full health, that could be 3,000-4,000 hit point heal right there for everybody. That's amazing. And the heal on his level 3 6-star ability also occurs when Ned takes critical damage. So if Ned takes a crit, boom, everybody gets healed. So that's really cool. His stats bonuses are 10% to defense at level 1. That just makes him more of a tank. Level 2, his 7-star ability gets 10% to hit points. So that just makes him even more tanky. Makes him be able to survive even longer. So those are his skills, and you can see I have a 4-star Ned right now. I am in the process of getting mine to 5, and the next time the summon comes around, I'm going to go all in on it and try to get that last little bit of tokens I need. I need, let's see, 40, 50, I need 48 tokens to be able to get him to 5 stars. That's not that bad. I should be able to do that as long as I have about 100 tokens or so to spend. I should be able to do that. So I don't think that's that bad. Now, he is the ally to Catelyn Stark, the Lady of Winterfell. Their horizontal power-up replaces the horizontal power-up and is the Flesh and Blood gem. When activated, this gem grants all Stark allies 10% physical resistance for 3 turns. So this is just one way that they make the team stronger with their ability. Now, I do not know if that stacks or not because I have not really tested that, but if it stacks and you could get 10, 20, 30% by having multiple of those gems in play at once and then popping them off, that would be insane. So I'm not really sure if that's a thing or not, but that's an interesting idea. So if you look at Ned, you will notice something real fast. And let's just go into the raids because I think that's probably about the best place I can show you this. What I'm talking about is I'm going to show you just how popular Ned is. So I'm just going to go through here and refresh these battles. Boom, there's a Ned. Boom, there's a Ned. Boom, there's a Ned. Boom, there's a Ned. And did you see the pattern here? Boom, there's a Ned. Boom, there's a Ned. Okay, that was 6 or 7 teams in a row that Ned was in, and that was just at random. If you watch when you're doing your raids, you will see that Ned is in so many teams. The reason for that is because Ned is awesome. That's all there is to it. Ned is good. Ned is downright good in just about any party you put him in. I'm just going to show you my party right here as proof of the pudding on this one. I have a fire-ish build, and I kind of like to call it my fire and ice team, even though I only have like one person in the team, Ned, that has an ice type synergy. I still like to call it my fire and ice team. You know, Game of Thrones, I'm a nerd. It's just a thing, you know. But look at my Ned. He's right in the middle. He's taken all the damage. He is my meat shield. He is my tank. And yet he's in a fire team. Okay? Here's an ice guy in a fire team. So that right there shows you that Ned is so good that he works in just about anything. Anything you stick Ned in, he's going to be an asset to that party. So, just to kind of show you a little bit, let's do a little bit of gameplay. And let's just pick a battle, any battle. Let's jump into it. And let's just do a little bit of Ned gameplay here just to kind of show you what he can do. So on this one, I've got some reds and some yellows. Ned is right there in the middle. I've got his power. Let me turn auto off. I've got his gems that I'm trying to match so I can do his skill. Not really worried about matching anybody else. I'm kind of trying to showcase Ned a little bit. So let's just try to work this blue over here where we can use it. There we go. There's some blue. So right off the bat, I'm going to show you one of the synergies that I love to throw on Ned, and I'm going to show you why. One of the things that I love to do with Ned is I love to partner Ned with Tyrion. Because if you'll notice by looking at my team, I have an AoE thing going on. Everybody in my party has an AoE attack or an attacks all, an area of effect attack, basically meaning it attacks all enemies. The only one in my party that doesn't have an area of effect attack is Ned. But when I partner him with Tyrion, I'm going to take care of that problem real fast. So let me get some Tyrion gems matched up here to where I can show you what I'm talking about. Tyrion is such a clutch character because here's what he can do. He can take his ability, Stand as My Champion, put it on Ned, and now watch Ned. Now Ned has an AoE with some of the highest single target damage in the game. Boom. He wrecks. He does Tyrion's based damage for an AoE and then turns around and hits him again with his sword, doing a huge single target DPS damage. So that just made Ned insane, basically. But the ability to then load him up, he loads up pretty fast, actually. I mean, if we're being honest here, I can get Ned loaded up again. Boom. Just a few turns and I've got Ned ready to go again. Let's hit off with Ned and see how much damage he does. Boom. I couldn't even, I think that was 11,445. It went so fast. But you see, Ned is just insane. He does a lot of damage. Now that I have Tyrion's ability on him for the rest of the battle, he'll do an AoE. So if I needed Ned to, he could come out here and, you know, start to work on wiping this party for me. Let's see. And then boom, I've already got him charged up again. So you can see Ned's normal speed ability charges pretty doggone fast. Here we go with the AoE and Ned. Boom. Boom. He did a lot of damage. This is a tough battle we're in, so these guys are no slouch. And he just threw a ton of damage at him. He now has a taunt going on to where now all these guys have to focus on Ned and they can't attack anybody else. You'll notice that Ned's taunt has basically kept everybody else in this party from taking much damage at all. Daenerys and Tyrion are really the only two that have any damage to speak of on them, and that's because Ned's taunt is causing the enemy to attack him. He's taken a lot of hits, and he's only halfway down. If I had a healer, I could heal him up, and that would be insane. But I really don't need it because his hit point pool and his defense is so high that he'll survive just about anything. So let's go ahead and finish this battle because I think you pretty much got an idea of just how good Ned is, how fast he can recharge, how strong his skills are, and you get it, you know. There he goes again. Boom. Let's have him clear this. Boom. Did a ton of damage to everybody. And let's see, what can I do here? Can we get Ned off one more time? Let's see. Let's see if Ned can finish this off for us. Oh, I would have to get his ability in here. There we go. Well, no, that ain't going to be enough. Oh, it was enough. Let's have Ned finish this off for us. Go, Ned, go. Boom. Boom. Ned finishes the battle. So Ned is pretty stinking awesome. He is one of the best characters in the game. And if you get the ability to get you a Ned, you need to take that opportunity. When the summon comes around for Ned, don't be afraid to pull for Ned, because here's the cool thing about Ned and his blue summon that he's in. He's partnered with Sam on that summon, and Sam ain't no slouch. Sam is a good character that has an awesome shield ability and will be even more important in the future when the White Walkers come out, because he has an ability that's tied directly to the White Walkers. Can't really make use of it yet, but Sam is one to watch. Don't sleep on Sam. So whenever the Ned summon comes up and you have the ability to summon Ned and Sam, take that. I'm telling you, you will not be sorry if you put Ned in your party and you spend some resources towards leveling him up, because Ned's a workhorse. That's all there is to it. He is going to take you farther along than you would ever have been able to go without him. That's for sure. So I appreciate you guys watching my content today. I just want to thank you for being here. I want to tell you that I appreciate you, and I appreciate the fact that a lot of you come to watch my content and then you end up joining our Discord. I just want to say thank you to those people in the Discord for making that community so awesome. And I do want to do a little shout out here for my house. I have a house called the Three-Eyed Ravens. As you can see, we have quite a stout power rating because we're doing super strong content, 6 skull legendary assaults. So we get some good rewards, people. That's what I'm saying. Right now I'm number 2 on my house roster. I'm just about to break 500K. I'm so proud of that. I've worked hard and I'm just about to break that. But what I wanted to say is if you look at my member list, you'll see that I'm 29 people active. What that means is I have 1 open slot. So if you're someone who is over 400K power and you would like to join a house that is doing top tier content and get some of those sweet, sweet rewards, and you would like to be part of a team that's going places and is always active, we're always chatting. I mean, our chat is just lit up. We just go, 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 go all the time. If you want to be in an active alliance that's really got a plan, then join my Discord. Look for the link in my description of my video for the link to the Discord. Message me, Mirandus, and let's talk about getting you in my house. I have one open spot, and I'm willing to fill it with somebody who's serious about the game, will join the Discord, and is over 400K power. So if that's you, message me and let's talk. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate you watching my content.